Come here real quick. Green 18. Hit up.
Welcome back to the Huddle Podcast, where we deliver you the latest news on sports.
Basically the NFL.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's winding down. It's winding down. The NFL
Down to the
season is
last
almost
four.
over. What a shame.
6 months of just sadness after this.
Oh, you get 7 games out of the Leafs.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky. We got a bunch of shit to talk about. I'm a
Yeah, we
Buffalo
do.
fan, but do you want to rip the Band-Aid off with Detroit first?
What a oh, what a stinker.
What a shit show in Detroit. I don't know if it was 2 episodes ago. I was on here wearing all Detroit gear. What a stinker of a game for Lions fans. And
There's so much to talk about that game.
can I start off with a first rant?
Yeah.
I looked at tickets because I was like, oh, it'd be really cool to go see. You guys are a bunch of fucking pansies. Whoever left the stadium, you're a fucking idiot. Don't ever go back to a Detroit Lions game ever again. I'm one for beating the traffic. It's not like they were getting blown out. This was before the Jameson Williams interception, which is crazy that just came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm the bandwagoning that has been going on in the Windsor and Detroit area of the Lions. I've seen guys who don't even know football.
Yeah.
Full Lions gear.
Bro, at work, I'll compliment people wearing like Lions gear. I'll be like, "Oh, hey, good win last week." He goes, "Oh, we won? That's good." I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
You're wearing?" He has a shirt and a hat on. I'm like, "You spent at least $80 between the two, and you don't know your team won last week?"
And I feel bad for the sorry people who were with the team through thick and thin. My dad is one of them.
Yeah.
My dad is one of them. He's not a bandwagon. The guy had season tickets in the Silver Dome. The poor guy. I mean, talk about like the good and bad that comes with being a good team is the bandwagons. I was disgusted for the real fans last night. Last night. I'm talking like it was yesterday. But
to speak on the bandwagon too, it's so different when it's a team that's up and coming like that. Like,
I've never seen something like that in sports.
No, a team has gone from literally the worst. They're a bottom 3 franchise to one of the best teams in the last 3 years. Like, it's not like the Chief. Like, there's so many Chief fans now, but like that's a dynasty. The same thing happened with the Patriots. People are like, "Oh, Tom Brady's so good. They're gonna keep winning. Let me hop on this." And not that it's understandable, because I'm such a believer in like you pick a team and that's it. That's team for life now.
Yeah.
But at least like that's a dynasty where this is like they're still trying to build that thing.
I mean, and I'm going to be honest with you, I moved on from the Lions. When I first started watching football, I said, I ain't doing it. I'm a Leafs fan. I'm a Jays fan. I'm a Raptors fan. I said, I ain't doing the Lions. I'm not doing it. So I picked the Bills. You can call me a bandwagon all you want. They haven't won fucking jack shit. I strategically picked the Bills, first off, because they're the closest to Toronto. It makes the most sense. So if you want to hop on here like Lucas would and call me a bandwagon for picking the Bills, go right ahead. I don't care. But if you're a Lions fan and you hopped on the bandwagon, you better stay on it, because I'm calling every one of you out.
Gonna make me pull my Ocho Cinco jersey.
Yeah, might make me go buy a retro Jim Kelly jersey just so people think I'm
came out the womb in this.
No, it's disgusting. Let's move on to actual game talk. I mean, what do you want to talk about first?
Well, I think one of the biggest things, and this is kind of going to interfere with what we're going to talk later, but the fact that coaches can interview for jobs before,
Oh yeah,
like Ben Johnson knew he was going to the Bears before that game was over, which I don't know if it would change the outcome, but I feel like
I
that's
think it would.
I feel like have like the mentality of, okay, I'm secure for this job next year, and not focusing on the game plan for this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's terrible.
I've heard they only get 3-hour Zoom meetings. I've heard all
Yeah.
that, but like, here's the way we need to do this. Every team cannot hire a coach after a week after the Super Bowl. That's how we have
Yeah,
to do it.
I feel like that makes sense. It's like you can't trade players right now.
And it's like, oh, you're punishing bad teams and you're giving favor to good teams. I've heard people say it's like, no, I just want to watch legit game. Like, if our OC is actually interviewing for jobs this week, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
If the Bills OC is interviewing for jobs, I'm going to throw a fist through this screen.
Yeah, coaches should have one thing in mind, and that's to win the next game. Just like the players. It's the same thing. Even if you're on a 1-year deal, you're not thinking, "Oh my god, where am I going to go next year? What team's going to pick me up?" You're thinking, "I got to win this next game."
Yeah. I want to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's not really fair to the coaches. It's not what? This is a fan first league. Do fans not make the league money?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I not sitting here in a fucking $150 jersey and a $60 hat? You've got $400 in merchandise behind you. I could pull out every jersey I own that I paid for. Like, let's make it legit, guys.
Yeah.
And I know they fixed this rule a while ago, or maybe a couple years ago. They changed something, but I don't care. Like,
yeah, I know. I think you should not be able to. You should not be able to interview for a job while still playing. It makes no sense. And to, obviously, like you said, to make it fair, do it a week after the Super Bowl. Then all coaches can do it.
yeah,
That way, no one gets slighted.
And no eliminated coaches can interview either. I don't any of it. None of it.
Exactly.
I don't know. That has been boiling in my blood because the sight of watching Ben Johnson walk into the Bears locker, like the Bears. Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack and pass out. You're a scumbag. He's never gonna see this. No one's ever gonna see this. But you're a scumbag for that.
I love the tweets and the clips of Lions fans just being like, "I hate Ben Johnson now," and I feel like you have to. They are, to be fair, they're wishing Aaron Glenn the best, which is funny because he's signed to the Jets now.
Yeah, and the one thing I will say is it did seem like he kind of came out of the like. I do have an issue with that as well, but the Ben Johnson one was right after.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, yeah, Glenn was today, right?
Glenn was today.
Yeah,
which is Wednesday.
Ben was like Monday morning.
I just can't believe I and the fact that it happened right after the dial-up of Jameson Williams throwing a 20-yard bomb.
Yeah.
We credit Ben Johnson with a lot. Like, I feel like I do personally. But that was one of the dumbest play calls I've ever seen. And maybe if the Lions would have won, we would have been sitting here going, that was one of the crazy, like, that was a crazy play only Ben Johnson could do. But it didn't work, so we're not.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Sorry for cussing.
If you can, like, divide up the blame, I'd give Ben Johnson, like, a good chunk. I'd give him, like, 30%.
I'd give Goff 30 as well. I mean, the fact that we can also sit here and talk about refs for probably 4 hours.
Yes.
The hit on Goff should have been called. There were calls that all week were made and weren't made, and
Yeah.
it was I feel like there was one against Washington too that I don't have the top of my head. There was one against the Bills where Deion Dawkins just makes the perfect block and the refs somehow call him for some bullshit.
Oh yeah.
There was the phantom call that the Ravens got that ended up in a Bills touchdown. There was everything with the Chiefs game. Everything.
Well, that's the thing is, if Mahomes is getting these two calls in that game, I don't know how you don't throw the flag for Goff. It was that first roughing the passer. He threw it and he touched his chest up here. Goff got smoked in the helmet. Honestly, probably shouldn't have come back in the game. Probably has a concussion.
Yeah.
I think that's a big part too. But I mean, yeah, 3 interceptions. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, and you don't win football games like that. The defense looks soft, which was an issue going into it. Amik Robinson broke his fucking arm. The guy went into surgery the day after on Monday. They were banged up, but also like, I don't know. They looked rusty too, and it looked like they came out for the first time ever. I'll say the Lions came out like, oh, we're winning this game.
Yeah.
And then they didn't win it.
Yeah. I think they came out with too much confidence. Another thing, this is partially Ben Johnson's fault. I mean, it is a lot Ben Johnson. But Gibbs had 14 carries for 100 yards and 2 tutties.
Oh,
Gibbs looked unreal, and then they stopped running with him. And Goff was not having a good game, obviously.
Who'd you say, sorry?
Goff. He was 2 picks deep at this point.
The other person who I didn't think was having a game was Monty.
Yeah.
Montgomery.
I don't know how you don't run Gibbs. Like, Gibbs was torching that defense, I felt like.
They just went away from the run. It was crazy. And the best thing that, I don't know jack shit, but like, you run the ball and you run the clock off, you keep your defense on the sidelines more, which is what this defense needed.
Yeah.
It was terrible. And that might be a little bit of Campbell too. Yeah, I don't know.
I can see that as well. But I think like Gibbs just I don't understand it because Gibbs played nuts and then they just stopped giving the ball. He should have had 26 carries in this game.
Minimum. And that's an issue that happened in 2 separate games.
Yeah.
But normally I'm like run Monty. Today or that day, Saturday, I was run Gibbs all day. Yeah. It's what won you the Vikings game.
Yeah, exactly. They should have ran him into the ground, to be honest.
Jaden Daniels looked good.
I was going to say, on the other side of the ball, Washington's offense looked unstoppable.
Yeah, and I don't know. How do you feel about all the praise Jaden Daniels getting?
I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
I think he could be one of the, like, I mean, I think he's up there with one of the best rookie QBs ever.
This could come out as I could look like a real dipshit in about 8 months when the season comes back, or in 2 weeks if he makes it to the Super Bowl. But let's just pump the fucking brakes here for a second. You did this last year with CJ Stroud. Let's chill out. The guy, do I think he's good? Yes. I think I had him either number 1 or number 2 on my rookie ranking for quarterbacks. I think people need to chill out a little bit and just say, hey, this was a banged up Lions who they didn't. I know they played the Lions, but they didn't play the Lions. Like, that was not the Lions of all season.
Yeah.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit, in my opinion. Like, he's going to be good, no doubt. I don't think everyone's comparing him to fucking, like, the next coming of God.
I mean, I think he is the next Lamar. I think he might have a higher not a higher ceiling than Lamar. I think he might have a longer career than Lamar.
I don't know. He takes shots, man. I don't know how that guy gets up.
I see that, but he also like they don't design runs too much for him. I feel like he has to go down earlier. That's on him when he escapes the pocket. But I
Yeah.
don't think they abuse him in any way.
No, but anyways, I don't know. You're right. They don't. I just like the way he takes shots.
I mean, skinny too.
He looks like his calf looks like
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
forearm.
Yeah.
He looks like Snoop on a stoop. I've said this for weeks now.
But I mean, 300 yards, 2 tutties, no turnovers.
Looked great. Again, looked
Yeah.
great.
I mean, Washington went out there knowing they had to play a perfect game, and they kind of did on offense. At least they played a perfect game.
Yeah, they did. Something just dropped. I don't know what that was.
I mean, the only he could be the first rookie to win it all. I don't think he's being an AFC team, but
I don't think Philly's losing this.
He's beaten them once with a Kenny Pickett for half
Thank
a
you.
game.
So many people have said this to me this week that he's beaten Philly.
But I mean, a quarterback doesn't play quarterback. He did beat the Phillies defense
100%, but
with 5 turnovers too.
But they did 2 things. They didn't have their quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's been rocky this year. But they also didn't run Saquon. They barely ran Saquon in that game.
Yeah, Saquon's
They did the same mistake that the Lions did. So if they do it again, then hats off.
I mean, the biggest thing for this Commanders team is to not turn the ball over. They just can't turn it over.
And I will say their defense looked good against what I think is one of the top 5 offenses in the NFL. Before this game, I would have said 1 or 2.
Yeah.
In the Lions. So
I mean,
I don't know.
I think it's not sticking with the run game, like we said. I think if you stick with the run game, it's a much closer game. There's probably less turnovers. J-Mo doesn't throw that pick. Goff doesn't throw his 3rd pick. I think you stick with that run. Like Gibbs, I don't understand it because Gibbs was on fire. Washington's line is not great. Their secondary is pretty good.
Yeah.
Their line's not great. I don't understand why Gibbs has 14 carries.
So let me ask you this. What's your top 5 running backs in the league?
I'd go Saquon 1.
Yeah.
Henry 2.
Yeah.
Bijan 3.
Okay.
Gibbs 4. Jacobs 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many of those are left? 1.
Just Saquon. Just 1.
And what has Philly been doing?
I mean, yeah, he's had what, 200 games in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, he's been popping off. Saquon Barkley has been popping off. So if you're, I don't know, take a deep look. You need to pay running backs.
Yeah.
That's something we both agree on, but I don't know. Is there anything else you have in this game? I feel bad for Detroit fans.
Yeah, so do I. It's I mean, you can't win with 5 turnovers. First 0, you can't.
Well, they did earlier, but
yeah, that's true. 5 picks, that is crazy. But I mean, Goff has to play better, and again, Ben Johnson just not. You can't just commit yourself to another team while playing for this team. You can't do that.
Yeah, and you can sit here and say he didn't. He did.
Yeah. Even if at heart for him, he's like, I want to win a Super Bowl, which I'm sure he did. Like, I'm sure it wasn't just like, oh, I'm done with this team.
Yeah, but I have no doubts about that either.
There is something deep inside you that now has less urgency to win. 100%. Knowing that you're securing a $14 million bag next year in Chicago.
That was a lot of money to give to a guy who's never been a head coach.
It is. I hope it doesn't work out for them.
We'll talk about the head coaches after we recap these games, but
yeah, let's do that. What we got next?
Anything else on the Lions? I think I'm over it. So
Yeah, I think we're good. I think don't let anyone with the nickname JMO throw the ball. Other than that, I think we're good.
how about let's not let receivers throw balls when your season's on the line and you just paid a quarterback a fuck ton of money to do that.
Yeah, you do that when you're desperate or you're crushing the team.
Or when your team is worse than the other team.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when you're desperate and you're trying to scratch out a win, understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Or when like you're up 14 points and you're like, yo, this is about to be a big play, understandable. Neither scenario was there for them.
Mm-hmm.
This was I'm just gonna say 1,000 times, run the ball. It was working. Yeah. It was working 1,000% of the time. Run the ball.
Yeah, if I had written stuff on paper this time, it would have been capital run the ball.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the other game that happened that day, the Philly game.
This game was so upsetting. I am just a Philly hater.
Yeah, me too.
For sure. But I thought the Rams were going to get it.
I didn't see it. They were so like these guys' houses are burning.
True.
But I don't know. I don't have much on this game. I more so have like funny stuff. Here, I'll play you a clip. It again. Wrong one. Here we go.
Let me hear you all say E-L-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Let's go, Birds!
The mayor can't spell eagle.
That's actually jokes.
Dude,
I love how the crowd they start to chant and then it slowly dies. And they're like,
well, they're confused. Let me play it again.
Let me hear you all say E-L-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
There's a guy in the background that's spelling it right, and he's almost a little bit louder than her, but you can still hear her. It's so bad.
Oh, I mean, in this game as well, they just lost the turnover battle. That's what all these games come down to. I think is if you have more turnovers than the other team, all these teams belong here. That's what it comes down to, and it comes down to Saquon. I mean, Saquon's unreal.
He's a unit, and I hope the Giants GM, not the owner, because I know he wanted to keep him, is watching this. Like,
yeah.
What a blunder, man. And the fact that he didn't get fired is crazy.
Is wild. Like
they're running it back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nuts.
He decided to keep Danny Dimes over him.
And then release him halfway through the season.
Yeah. I mean, it was good on Philly. You won't hear much more praise for me. Good game. Stafford looked okay. Cooper Kupp is a ghost. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that.
Yeah. Stafford looked like he was just trying so hard out there. Just trying to bring that team back to life.
Yeah. And the sad part is like Detroit could have used Stafford and Stafford could have used Detroit.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Kyren Williams is a dog. He also they also fed him the ball, and that was working for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Puka's still a beast. Jalen Hurts. I don't know.
Another game without a wide receiver.
I don't know what to say about Jalen Hurts.
He will look like the best player on the field and then the worst player on the field.
Yeah. We've seen this in when they made the Super Bowl last time. He had every playoff game was terrible. And then the Super Bowl he looked great and they lost. So, I mean, if him looking terrible, not terrible. Terrible is harsh. because I mean they handed the ball off 26 times to Barkley.
Yeah.
But him looking mediocre, if that wins you games, I mean, why not?
I think the issue with Hurts is we look at him like a running quarterback, and his best games are when he's running. But Philly is built like if you put Joe Burrow in Philly,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
I mean, they have the top 2 offensive line, and they have 2 top 15 receivers.
And I think both running backs are good there too. I don't think Saquon's electric, probably future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Who's their backup there? What's his name?
Gainwell.
Gainwell. I don't think Gainwell's a slouch or a shitty running back at all.
No. I mean, anyone behind that line should be good though. I mean, they get 2-3 yards before they even make contact.
Well, and you saw it with Swift this year
Yeah.
in Chicago. So I don't know. If I'm Philly, I'm feeling really good, and their overall team looks so good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that defense is built. I think it'll be a good game between Washington and Philly. Again, I think it'll just come down to turnovers.
I think it comes down to either Philly wins by 1,000 or Washington wins by 3.
Yeah.
But I'm leaning towards Philly here, and I've been wrong. But I mean, I thought Detroit was going to kill Washington. So what do I know?
Yeah. I don't know. Philly's confusing to me because even against Green Bay, they didn't look good. They won. They won by 2 scores. Didn't look good though. They should have won by way more.
It's weird to say that their offense is what's off about them.
Yes, because they have the quarterback, he's got to be a top 10.
Yeah, I'd agree.
They have a top 10 receiver in AJ Brown, a top 15 in Devonta Smith. They have
running back.
The best running back, the second best offensive line, maybe first.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I feel like they're slowish besides Saquon. Saquon's the only electric part of that offense.
It's like it throws my brain. It hurts my brain to think about because they should be better than what they are.
Yeah.
But that's football sometimes. It's not all about paper, right?
True. Unless you're reading a book on the sidelines.
Yeah. You want to move on to the Chiefs?
Yeah, this one's not going to take long.
Yeah.
I mean, Mahomes just kind of wins games.
He's a pansy.
He is a pan. Before we start cussing out Mahomes because he deserves it. The Chiefs can play their best or worst game, and and it doesn't matter. I feel like
I just realized it says beast. Nice. Smart guy.
CJ Stroud looked decent. He looked okay. His line let him die 100 times.
Yeah.
Nico Collins looks good. Mixon had a good game, which I thought was impossible against a good defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
This is his first game going over 50 yards when facing a top 15 defensive line, I believe. So
okay.
Good for him. Travis Kelce. Once playoffs comes, the guy plays football again. I feel like all year round he has been doing something with Taylor. Nothing on my fantasy team, and then playoffs comes around, and he's like, "Oh, football, let me play now."
Is that all the serious talk you have?
Yeah.
They got Taylor Swift, Caitlin Clark, and the Rizzler. The fix is in, folks.
It's dark magic.
You got the Rizzler at the game? I'm so sick of the I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out.
Yeah.
Oh, I he literally dives. And did you see the clip? It's two Texans players going, "Nope, I didn't do it. I didn't do it."
Yeah. They hit
It's
each other. The Texans players hit each other.
Are you talking about the one outbounds though?
No.
They both got up and went, "Please, ref." They got on their knees and opened
Yeah.
their mouth and went, "Please, I didn't do it." It was like I've uncanny valley. I've never seen something like that. They were so scared to get a penalty,
Yeah.
and they had already gotten one, and he's just diving, and he's playing the rules right. Like
Yes.
like this is how you set up the rules, but it's brutal to watch.
This is the same way James Harden became the leading point scorer in the NBA in 2017. Was
Yeah.
every time he shot a three, he just fell. Here's another point. Here's another free throw. There you go. And that's how you do it. Is you have to change this. And I think they will. I really do think they will this offseason.
I hope they do.
Because you can't have this all the time.
It's and they're playing the rules, so you can't be upset about it. But Buffalo's got a workhorse ahead of them to.
Well, so I
game
did
plan
see
for
this for this next game is Allen and Mahomes lead in roughing the passer calls this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the ref that's reffing their game leads in calling the penalty.
Oh,
So Allen this year has 101 yards in roughing the passer, and Mahomes has 71 yards in roughing the passer.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, so the ref that's reffing this game, I forget his name, is the leading ref to throw the flag for this penalty. So we are about to get 50 yards in roughing the passer this game.
And Allen gets punched in the head and doesn't get calls. So I don't even want to fucking know, man.
Yeah, it's gonna. Mahomes came out and said the refs don't play favorites. They're trying their best to keep it even. It's hard to beat the allegations, you know?
And every analyst I've seen, and I don't know if it's just me, but every analyst I've seen has gone, well, look at the penalties on versus for, like for versus against, and it's equal, and shut the hell up. They're bogus calls for Mahomes. And do other quarterbacks, maybe does Josh Allen take advantage of it sometimes? Sure, but I don't think you can say he has ever in a playoff game.
No, and not only that, Josh Allen's a running quarterback. He's bound to get more of those calls. I'm surprised Lamar's not up there. I mean, he's probably up there, but he's not the top two. On top of that, it's not just the roughing the passer calls. It's not just Mahomes running out of bounds. It's the PI calls. It's it's the face mask. It's this. As soon as something happens, he goes, and there's a flag.
And like Josh Allen will hurdle a guy and then shove a guy into the ground. Patrick Mahomes will run up the line and then get kissed out of bounds.
Yeah.
For a first down. And then go, what the fuck? Like, dude.
Well, he does that jog where he's like, am I going to go out of bounds? Am I not? It's like, either go out of bounds or get your shit rocked, dude. Because that's how football should work.
And again, if you leave the pocket, you should be allowed to get blown up.
Yeah.
Not head to head.
But if
you
you're
should
a runner,
be allowed to get blown up.
Yeah.
It happened to Lamar last week.
Yeah.
Against the Bills. It happened to Lamar. So, and they didn't call it.
No.
And I'm a Bills fan. So either you call it or you don't. Make the decision.
Yeah.
And figure it out, NFL. My goodness. All right. The Bills won.
Yes, the Bills.
We finally beat a good quarterback.
this game was honestly, I wasn't that scared for the Bills. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
was shitting my pants, but
I was watching it, and like at one point, the Bills they were down 7, right? They were down 7, and
at
then
the
it was
start, yeah.
yeah, and then it was 10-10, I believe.
It was 7-3. I don't know. I don't even know. I blacked out during that game. That game shook me to my core.
I think it got to the point where it was 10-10, and they had Bills at like plus 110. I was like, oh, give me that. Give me that.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Bills losing this game. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I hate Baltimore. But even after that
10-6.
10, okay. So even after that first interception by Lamar, that was when they lost the game, I think.
I'm sorry, I lied again. It was 7-7. I lied.
Okay. So
Sorry.
maybe it was 7-7, and they had Bills as like I think the Bills were plus 3.5 when I put money line on them.
Yeah.
But as soon as he threw that first pick, I thought the game was over.
Really?
I thought Lamar is in his head now, and Allen kind of played. He didn't play great, but he didn't need to. He kind of played general football, like he did what he had to do, all the time. The only thing that got me nervous is when they went 3-0, I believe, on like their their second last drive, I believe.
Okay.
And that was the only time I was like, uh-oh. But even with Andrews going down there and not catching the 2, I was like, even if he catches this 2, you give Josh Allen and the Bills a minute 30 to go score 3 points. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
They didn't make Josh play Superman, and I question why they didn't. I mean, tush push twice there instead of kicking the field goal.
Yeah.
Stupid. Also, Jim Harbaugh has run the same 2-point attempt 2 other times before that.
I saw this. And Mark Andrews dropped one. You see that? He dropped the last time they did it.
So dumb play call. We're gonna need Superman Josh Allen to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Andy Reid's not gonna fuck that game up.
I think you look at this game too, thinking, okay, Josh didn't have to play like Superman. Like he will have to against the Chiefs because it's the Chiefs, but it's kind of comfortable knowing that your team can win without Josh rushing for 100 yards and bulldozing guys.
At the same, I agree, but at the same time, it's like we needed 3 things to happen: a Lamar fumble, Mark Andrews dropping a first down, and Mark Andrews dropping a 2-point conversion that was open, wide open.
Even the Mark Andrews fumble, though, like that had nothing to do with Mark. That was just such a great play. Was that Milano?
Milano, yeah, and then it was Milano. The other one, the Lamar one, was Von Miller was running it, and he thought he was going to the house.
I couldn't believe Lamar dropped that ball. How do you not jump? Like, I don't know what your thought process is. Obviously, you guys are professional quarterbacks, but how do you not just jump on the ball?
How did Cam Newton not jump on the ball?
Yeah.
I mean, we looked all right. I don't understand them going for 2 earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I get they wanted points on the board, but they went for 2, and then they were still in the game, and it would have only been a field goal, and then you got to leave it up to Josh Allen.
Yeah.
That might be hindsight, but at the time, I didn't get it either. And Derrick Henry did not get enough rushes.
No.
He had 16 carries.
Yeah, in the first half, you guys shut him down. He was at 30-something yards.
Not after that, though.
No, second half he did have a couple good breakaway runs.
I'm running him 4 times in the end zone.
Yeah, me too.
another Ravens loss where you're sat here going, why did we not run the ball more?
Yeah. It really does come like the running backs in these games have been elite, and they kind of just turn away from them.
Yeah.
I mean, this game also came down to turnovers. 3 turnovers versus 0.
Yep.
Gotta play clean football.
And Josh also thought about pitching the ball. He said, I watched an interview. He said he didn't, but I know his ass did.
Oh, I saw that. He looked. He was like, "Okay."
But yeah, I'm happy. I'm more than happy with this win. But here's where the Bills fan comes in me and pause. And I just go, we got to beat the Chiefs. It's all down. I'm my brain is fried thinking about playing the Chiefs.
That's another reason I thought the Bills were going to win. Is it's just the Bills Chiefs game. I think it's just a must happen. It's just a must.
And the Ravens were without Zay, but I don't feel like that made a ton of difference.
No, not really. I like that Lamar now has more turnovers in the playoffs than touchdowns, though.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he was I believe 6-6 going into this playoff run, and he came out I believe 12-11.
Wow.
Yes, so fire me up.
I do have to say 2 things though. Like Lamar was very classy after the game. He could have been pouty. He wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
And Bills Mafia is the best.
Oh yeah. Him and Allen look like boys too.
Yeah, they do, eh? I don't know.
That was a big dab up and a hug, bro. Like he looked gassed to see Allen right after losing. Like he had a giant ass smile.
He was like, go win it all. Win the fucking All-Star.
Yeah.
Bills Mafia though donating. Well, I don't know what it's at now. It was at 30,000 last time I checked.
Yeah.
To Mark Andrews was like, that's classy. They've done it plenty of times. That was cool. And Lamar Jackson also went, hey, that's all of us. That's not just Mark. That was all of us.
Yeah.
So classy to see. I just beat the Chiefs, man. Oh.
Oh, yes. Just beat the Chiefs. I hope so. Someone needs to put an end to them.
A guy can pray.
That's it. So, like you said, Lamar was classy. Marlon Humphrey, after the game, tweeted, please, the Bills beat the Chiefs, or NFC teams beat the Chiefs. Yes, I'm a hater. I love that.
Did you see what the anonymous Bills player said?
No, what did he say? Anonymous.
Anonymous from unnamed Bills player after beating the Ravens. Now those 9 Pro Bowlers can go to the Pro Bowl. That's what he said.
Yeah, they had the most Pro Bowlers in the league this year.
Yeah, 9.
That's jokes. Oh,
I got one more thing about the divisional round. The Eagles are selling cups of snow from the game.
like at the game they were?
Yeah, like after their win, now they're selling cups of snow.
For what? As a decoration? How the fuck are you supposed to keep snow?
Guess how much a cup of snow from the Philadelphia Eagles costs?
Fucking, this is gonna be a stupid price. I mean, it should be free.
It's
But-
$50.
Oh, and people are gonna buy it too.
I know.
People are gonna buy. Is that real? Is that real?
That's what I saw online from
Oh,
fucking Better Media. So who knows? It's better, but I'm
That's
trusting
so
them as a
funny.
source.
Cups of snow. Keep it in your freezer.
It's all going to be melted by the time you get it.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Oh, If you pay for that, you're on another level. I don't know what to say to you.
Maybe we should start selling cups of snow and just claimers from like the Buffalo and Eagles games.
That's what I was thinking. Like, you just fill up a cup of water and then send it to them.
Yeah. Just all we have to do is get like little souvenir glasses from the games and just boom.
It's like that bath water that one girl was selling. I forget her name.
The pink haired
Yeah.
chick? Yeah.
On TikTok. She was selling bath water. It's like, what are we doing? What? If you spend $50 on a cup of water, you're an idiot.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, you got anything else on this game?
No, I'm ready. I'm ready for Chiefs, Bills, and Eagles, Commanders.
Let's get into dudes. Let's break it up here and do dudes draft of the week first here.
Alrighty. Let's spin that wheel.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, we got the wheel pulled up here.
Boom, boom.
What do we got? Oh,
Sports songs.
sports songs.
This is gonna be tough. I have a couple in mind, but damn, it's just gonna be tough.
Do you want to take a 2-minute break here and
Write
figure
some
out-
down.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
All right, I'll throw on the counter. All right, you need another minute?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll throw another minute on here. You good or?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's get back into it.
Here we go.
I don't know who had last one.
I want to say I did.
Okay, so I'm up first.
Yeah. All right.
Give
Say the draft of the week thing for the clip.
Alrighty, welcome to Dudes Draft of the Week. We got the best sports songs. I'm going with my 1-1 here, Darude Sandstorm.
Okay. All right. I thought you were gonna take my 1-1. I really
Okay.
did. My one, my first pick is Seven Nation Army.
Oh,
Dude, when we were at that Bills game, it was just so elite. It was
I
so
probably
good.
listened to that song for a month after.
I think that's
What
my
a
favorite one
fumble.
now. That's my favorite. Like, I love that song now.
Yeah.
Throwing snowballs to that. Oh yeah.
Give me Cyrus, the Bills song,
Okay,
or
yeah.
the Bulls song before they walk out of the tunnel.
That's a good pick.
Me and Cole, every time that song's in my shuffle, every time that song comes on, we take a shot together, no matter what.
That's actually sick. My two pick is Eye of the Tiger. I
I
mean
have
that
that.
that was like the first song that popped in my head when the wheel spun. So I mean
Yeah.
that just has to be on there.
Yeah. Take me out to the ball game.
Okay, we're throwing little throwbacks.
A little throwback, but that's such like you hear that at a ball game, you're about 15 beers deep, and you're like, maybe I should go buy some of the shittiest sports food ever, some Cracker Jacks.
Okay. With my third, this one's cheesy, but I feel like it's just the classic is We Are the Champions.
Yeah,
I feel like it has to be on there.
banger. You're gonna hate yourself for this one. Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh, that's a good pick.
They play that at Bengals games, no?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And then I have until I collapse.
Okay.
They play that at Detroit games. They played that at the
I had
Seattle
that
one.
as well.
So
Oh,
that was in my
sorry.
head.
I had Lose Yourself.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
There's also We Will Rock You and Enter Sandman, which is a banger.
You saying Welcome to the Jungle reminds me. I remember in I don't know, grade 6, I would say. We went to a Bengals game and that Katy Perry song came out, Roar. Bro, they
Yeah.
played that like 50 times and Ryan was losing his mind. Ryan's like, turn this shit off, bro. You don't play this out football game.
He's right. I mean, that's brutal.
Yeah. They played it so many times.
Do you have any other that
Oh yeah. Honorable mentions. I got Break Free by Queen.
okay.
And All I Do Is Win by DJ Khaled.
Yeah. I have anytime an NHL player gets put in the box, they either play I don't know the name of the other one, but they play You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. That's fucking funny.
What was Toronto's old song by Hall & Oates?
What the fuck was that?
What's that song called? That's a good one.
That is a
It's too bad they
banger.
don't use that anymore.
Oh, Mr. Brightside.
That's a good one too.
What is the Hall & Oates? I'm looking this up.
But that one came to mind.
Oh, you make my dreams come true. Woo,
Yeah.
Woo, woo. Yeah, that's a banger. That one was a little bit weak. Do you want to run another one or?
Yeah, I'm down to do two drafts of the week.
The rip on that one was a little bit weak, but what is this one? Hardest jerseys to see in the wild.
Hardest jerseys to see in the wild?
I think when we're talking about this, like, there's two ways you can look at this. Either the coolest jerseys to see in the wild or the hot, like, how the fuck are you a fan of this team?
Okay, because I was thinking like you can just start naming players that you're like, why would you ever buy that jersey?
Okay, so do you want to do the coolest jerseys to see in the wild?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
All right.
Bear doesn't like this one.
Dead asleep over there. All right, so second dude draft of the week.
Number
Coolest
2.
jerseys to see in the wild. With my 1-1, I have to go the classic Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Classic Vince Carter purple jersey. It hits every time.
Okay. I'm going to go with the old, like, mesh Reebok Ray Lewis
Oh yeah,
black with the little purple.
that's actually sick. I'd love to like have a collection of like old jerseys like that.
I know. And you know that guy doesn't fuck around either.
Oh yeah. Okay. With my second pick, I will take OJ Simpson. It just goes higher, dude.
That's great. You are a man. What's that dude from Atlanta?
From Atlanta?
Mike Vick.
Oh my, Mike Vick.
It's not my pick, but my goodness. I'm gonna go an old Pistons Dennis Rodman.
That's sick. Oh, dude, this jersey is so nice.
I know.
So nice. All right. I'm gonna stay on track with football, and I'm gonna stay on track with Atlanta. I'm gonna go Deion Sanders.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one's a biased one. Josh Allen, Wyoming jersey.
No name on the back, just 17.
Just 17.
That is wild.
Can't afford it.
All right, with my third pick, I will take a throwback Allen Iverson jersey.
Fire.
Yes.
I'm gonna switch up. This one's gonna be hardest to look at, and that's a grown man wearing his own last name on whatever his favorite sports team is. Dude, if I had Marshall on the back of this, oh my gosh.
Buying your team's jersey, putting your name on it.
You ain't on the team.
Yeah,
I could say we as the Bills all the time, but I know I ain't strapping up on Sunday.
That's like a different level of delusion. I love that. I actually love that.
And you see little kids with it all the time. Like,
Yeah.
And that's like, oh, the kid.
Yeah. But
Maybe
like once
one
you
day
turn
he could.
13, once
Yeah.
you turn 13, it's like, okay, it's done now.
It's over. It's over. And you're 45.
Yeah, yeah. All right, with my fourth pick, I'm gonna take. You might not like this one, but I am gonna take a Sidney Crosby Winter Classic jersey.
It's just so many people have them.
It is a popular jersey, but I mean, they're clean and it's Crosby.
It's fair. You should have done Team Canada, Crosby.
Oh, that'd go so hard too, dude.
Like from when they won.
Yeah.
Do I have one more or no?
Yeah, yeah. I started this one.
See, my issue is like any offensive lineman goes hard.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go a Jason Kelce, Kelly Green,
Dude, the Kelly Greens.
Philly jersey.
Yeah, that's sick. The Kelly Greens are so nice. I don't understand why they don't wear that all the time.
It should just be their uniform. I mean, maybe it wouldn't feel so special if it was, but like, oh, those jerseys are disgusting. That green is so nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And any honorable mentions?
I would like to say having an Ocho Cinco jersey when his last name was actually Ocho Cinco, like I have.
Yeah.
Fire.
That's gas. Peyton Manning Colts jersey for some reason for me is just like that's the sheriff.
Yeah. I mean, your dad has one of Barry Sanders jersey. That goes hard.
Fire. I have one too. It's a
Yeah,
fake, but
that's sick.
who else? Like
Dan
Megatron,
Megatron.
Dan Marino, yeah. There's so many football players we could do. How about a classic Mbappe jersey? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I will say, if I see you walking around wearing a soccer jersey, I might hit you.
The problem with the soccer jersey is they look like t-shirts.
The
Like,
problem with this. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they're not like football jerseys are baggy. Basketball jerseys have no sleeves. Hockey jerseys are baggy with long sleeves. MLB jersey, like those are nice. They're unbuttoned, but like a
Yeah.
soccer jersey is just a t-shirt.
Soccer jerseys are just gay. And like not talking bad about gay people. They're just gay.
Wei Shangxing.
Yo, what's that guy who plays on the Rockets now?
On the Rockets. You don't mean
Oh,
McCain, right?
No.
On the Rockets. Oh, Dylan
Brooks.
Brooks. That's a wild jersey.
Him and Shanghai Sharks.
Oh. The Dwight Howard jersey from the Shanghai Sharks. That'd be sick.
Yao Ming Rockets jersey, old one, kind of goes hard too. We missed
Same with
that
Shaq on the Magic. That'd be sick.
MJ on the Magic. Or wait, did he play
On
for
the
the
Wizards?
Magic?
On the Wizards.
Wizards.
Oh my god.
Look like an idiot. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we gotta get a little bit less sporty on the dudes draft. So if anyone has anything they can think of. That was dudes draft.
That was second dude's draft of the week.
You got a twofer again.
Yes, sir. Boom, boom.
Alrighty, let's talk about Washington, Philly.
All right. If we must.
Brutal. I'll start this one.
All right.
I think Philly's going to win. I don't know the weather. I think Jaden Daniels is a tad bit overrated from what everyone like. The NFL is such a recency bias that all week, all I've heard is Jaden Daniels. Philly's got the better team. That's all I got. I don't have much on this game. I would
like to say if Jaden Daniels wins this game and goes to the Super Bowl, he's easily top 3 rookies of all time. I'd probably put him at number 1. He's had a hard road. I mean, I think Ben Roethlisberger is probably number 1, and then Russell Wilson's close.
Why Ben?
I mean, he went to the Super Bowl his first year, and then he won it his second year. He was unreal.
I guess, but like, what did he do after that?
Yeah, I mean, he won one more Super Bowl. He's won 2.
Does he have 2?
Yeah, Ben has 2.
Shut my fucking.
And I hate Ben. Mouth. Don't get me wrong. Bro does not know the meaning of no, but he was unreal. Jaden Daniels is just fun to watch. The thing is, I think the Lions are better than the Eagles. And I still think the Eagles are better than Washington, but if they can do it once, they can do it twice, I think.
I would agree, except for Lions injuries, bad play calling, and the weather, man.
Yeah, the weather will definitely affect this game, but they both are from the cold. It's gonna be a battle of the turnovers again, I think.
Where did Daniels play before LSU? Do you know?
He played in Arizona.
Where are all those Arizona guys who were clearing out his locker room laughing at him?
Oh yeah, I know. That's crazy, eh?
I mean, sucks to suck.
Yeah.
I think you need 3 years to really be.
Yeah.
We crowned CJ Stroud as the next, as people were having him in their top 5
Yeah, that's
along
wild.
with Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, like Jalen Hurts. They were putting CJ Stroud last year in the same vein. Like, if he wins this game, it's all fair game.
Yeah,
But
I do think he's like the hype, I mean, is unreal, but it's because he's a rookie. He's good though. He's definitely top 10.
I won't deny that. I won't deny either of those statements, but I don't know. It's
I mean,
just
if
like,
you were picking between Hurts and Daniels, who would you take?
that's such a tough question. That's unfair.
I know. I mean, if you put both of them on the Eagles, I'm taking Daniels.
Yes, I agree. I just so much smaller sample size
Yeah.
though. Like,
Yeah. And he could have a fall off year like Stroud, but Stroud didn't win a playoff game last year.
yeah, he did.
Didn't he lose his first playoff game?
No, he beat the Browns.
Oh, he did beat the wow, the Browns were in the playoffs. That's hard to think of.
Yeah. And we have to have a tough conversation about your boy Joe B, who I don't at all think is at fault for what happened. But if Josh Allen goes to the Super Bowl and wins it, can you put Joe Burrow in the same vein?
Oh, Joe's still on the Mount Rushmore.
No, agree 100%. But we all put Patrick Mahomes ahead of all of them.
Yeah.
If Josh Allen goes and wins it,
I mean, I feel like then you would have to put him above Joe and Lamar.
okay, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think you have to. Super Bowls matter. I think if he goes to it, it doesn't change it. I think he has to win it though.
I agree 100%. I agree.
I mean, that's what matters most, right?
Super Bowls matter. I don't have anything else on this game, by the way. Like, I think Philly will win it. I am not worried.
I mean, just run the ball with Saquon, and it should be a W.
Yeah, another game where Brown probably will be upset after, but let's get into the meat.
All right, the Bills game is, I mean, it's inevitable. I said it all the time. It was bound to happen. They're always bound to play the Chiefs. Buffalo is 2-point dogs, which I thought would happen, despite having the computer say their favorite to win, which does not happen often.
And I don't agree with Buffalo being favorites.
No, they're dogs. They're dogs. They're +2 dogs.
No, I'm saying with the computer thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they're favorites at all.
Yeah, they're 54%, it says. But, I mean, what's 4%?
Yeah. Mahomes came out and said today, or maybe it was Reed, said that all the talk about them being helped by the refs is ammunition that they're going to use and that this is bulletin board material. No, it's not. This is like Michael Jordan making up scenarios where people bullied him or denied him jersey signings.
You know what the problem is? The Bengals called it Arrowhead 2 years ago. That's the problem.
They called it Burrowhead.
Oh, so they called it Burrowhead 2 years ago. That's the problem.
The Bills have not poked the bear at all.
No. I mean, this is going to be a classic good game. It's just going to be a classic. It's every time it's a classic.
Yeah, but we need to win.
Yeah. The NFL needs you to win.
Black home, son, won't you come? Yeah, beat the Chiefs, man. I mean, if we lose this game, I'm gonna say it. If we lose this game, I don't think Josh Allen will ever win a Super Bowl as long as Patrick Mahomes is in the league.
That's tough. Oh, that's so tough.
Is that not fair to say?
I mean, it's possible.
Unless he goes to the other side with the Buffalo Bills, if Josh Allen doesn't win this game, we will never ever beat the Chiefs.
I mean, now's the time.
This is the worst team the Chiefs has had, which is crazy to say after they only lost one game this year.
Yeah.
People are saying this is the best Bills team. Shut the fuck up. No.
No, I'd say probably 2 years ago was the best Bills team.
So now is the time.
I think this is the best Bills team in terms of chemistry, in terms of locker room.
100% agree.
I think it's the best Bills team, but in terms of talent, everyone's old. On defensive side of the ball, you guys have a lot of old players now who've declined. But this is the moment because you're going to lose a lot of those players next year.
And I will take a penalty at the start of the game if Mahomes does the little Twinkie run up and drill him. Hit him.
Oh,
If we win this game, I will buy a Bills helmet.
fire.
And I'll be wearing it next episode. And I'll go out there and block for Josh Allen. Drill Mahomes, please. The league is begging you. I know he won't get hurt because he has dark magic and the fucking Rizzlers on their side. But run this dude through the ground.
Yeah, dude.
I hate them so much.
Yeah, it's so funny how fast it love turns to hate. I remember when the Chiefs were playing the Niners in their first Super Bowl, and it was like everyone was like, "Please, Chiefs." They wanted the Chiefs to win. All of America except California wanted the Chiefs to win, and now all of America except Kansas and Missouri want the Bills.
Yeah.
I love it though. It's so good. It's just such good football.
Yeah, it's nice, eh?
When your hat's out of the ring. I mean,
if Joe Brady dials up some bullshit, I'm going to lose my mind. Let Josh Allen be Josh Allen. This is the game.
This is the game.
The defense better not look like baby shit. The defense better be like, if I see Travis Kelce catch a ball, I'm going to lose my mind. Or if I see Xavier Worthy pop off like he did last time, I'm going to lose my mind.
That is going to be huge in this game. Is Coleman has to look better than Worthy.
100%.
He has to look
and
better
where
than
is
Worthy.
Amari Cooper?
Yeah, he played a big factor in your win against them this year.
I know. So it's those two. It's Allen. It's Cook. It's the defense. It's everybody. Please, I beg of you, Josh. Please win this game. I didn't think I was gonna wig out like this, but holy shit! All week, it's like I knew what was gonna happen when we won, and I was still happy. But we need to beat these guys. Enough is enough.
Yeah, both teams playing the cold. It's supposed to be 0. This is, I mean, it's just going to be a battle. I think it's going to come down to turnovers, and it's going to come down to the final few minutes, like it does every time. It's going to be a nail biter, whether it's 42-35 or it's 24-21, but it's going to be a nail biter. Oh, I love football.
I hate football. Please, Buffalo.
Don't worry. If you guys don't do it this year, we'll do it next year.
I don't want you to do it. I want to do it.
Yeah,
I want to be the ones. Please, can we? Please, can I have one thing? I don't get anything. I want one thing.
Only 2 people to ever beat Mahomes in the playoffs.
Brady and Joe Burrow. I know.
That's
I
it.
looked it up. I looked it up.
That's a wild stat.
The amount of edits I've watched of it's time, and then it cuts to Allen.
Yeah. Or there's a man in the woods. Cuts to Allen.
I'm gonna lose my mind. Please, Buffalo, please, just win the game. Like if
We can live
DeMar
stream this game.
Hamlin, if we go for it on 4th down and DeMar Hamlin runs the ball, I'm going to lose my mind. If Tyler Bass misses a wide right field goal, I'm going to lose my mind. If Josh Allen throws a pick, I'm going to lose my mind. If the Buffalo Bills come out and are up by 20, I will still be shaking in my boots.
Fair.
That was a fucking complete meltdown. I'm sorry. I hate this team.
Oh.
We got to move on. I might punch a camera right here.
All right, what do we have left?
All the new coaches.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's talk about these new coaches. I mean, we've touched on Ben Johnson and Glenn, so we might as well do them first, yeah?
Yeah. Ben Johnson went to the Bears. Whoop-de-doo.
Ben Johnson to the Bears immediately after the Lions lost. Gave a press conference saying he's going to rebuild this team, hardworking players. The same speech every head coach gives.
Yeah.
I think this is going to affect the Lions more than it's going to affect the Bears.
I disagree.
I think the Lions are going to be a worse team next year.
I think they might have a worse record. I don't think they're going to be as injured.
I think the injuries play a big factor, but losing both your coordinators, I don't think they win the division again.
Lions get a 3rd round pick because Aaron Glenn got hired.
Yeah, that is good. It's going to be a completely different system.
All good coaching trees have coaches leave and go become head coaches.
Yeah, I agree. Washington has one of the best coaching trees. They have LaFleur, McVay, and Shanahan, and they all left, and that team became much worse.
I just don't think it matters when you have a guy like Dan Campbell. I could be 100% wrong. I don't think if Ben Johnson's there next year, I don't think they make nearly the amount of stupid play calls that they did this year. I think
possibly.
I think Aaron Glenn is a bigger loss to the Lions than Ben Johnson. Could be wrong.
I know. I do agree with that. I think the Lions offense just has so many pieces, it's hard to mess it up. But
it's tough for them to be a bad team. Like,
yeah.
Do they have a top 10 wide receiver?
Yeah.
Do they have a top 10 running back?
Yeah.
Do they have a top 5 offensive line?
Oh, yeah.
Do they have a top 10 quarterback?
Yeah.
Do they have a top 10 coach?
Yeah.
Like, they're going to make the playoffs next year. Everyone's acting like it's burning down in Detroit. Like, all the car factories didn't leave like back in the day.
No, I agree. But this is a big hit.
Yeah, but what happened last year with Minnesota?
When they lost their defensive coordinator?
No, when they lost Kirk.
They got better.
No, sorry. I meant when Kirk came back and they just went to the playoffs and upset the Giants and
I mean they lost
to the Giants, sorry.
Yeah.
They got worse. I don't see them getting better overnight.
Oh, I don't think so either.
Do you think Green Bay's getting better overnight?
I think Green Bay gets better.
I don't know. I don't see that.
I mean, they have the youngest team in the league. I mean, their trajectory is definitely going up. This is their floor, I think.
I don't know. We can agree to disagree on that, but Do you think when Ben Johnson goes to the Bears all of a sudden get the Lions' offensive line?
No, I don't think that's what I'm saying. I do think I don't think the Bears are going to be that much better. I mean, I'm sure their over under is going to be like 8.5 wins.
Do you think the 49ers get better?
Yeah.
Do you think they get back to what they were?
Depending on injuries, but yeah,
No injuries.
definitely. Then
100%.
I think they can win that division. I think it's
No,
them or the Rams.
win the whole conference.
Win the conference. I don't know if they're going to win the conference.
Who do you have next year that you think is better than the Lions in the entire conference?
I think the Eagles will be better.
That's fair.
I think Washington will be better.
I disagree.
I think Green Bay will be better.
Better than the Lions.
Yeah. I think they'll have a better record at the end of the year.
Wow.
I think
Washington, I can see because their division's just so ass.
I think this is going to be a bigger hit than most Lion fans think.
Agree to disagree. I mean, I definitely think they're going to struggle a lot more and they will lose more games. But, I mean, like, it sucks. But if Dan Campbell's what we all think he is, he'll manage.
Yeah, but it's not him calling plays.
Doesn't matter, though, right? Like, if Dan Campbell, when Andy Reid loses both of his coordinators, what do you think?
But Andy Reid's he's different. He's not Dan Campbell. He's not the guy that says I'm going to run through a brick wall. He's the guy that draws up plays that no one else thinks of.
When we compare coaches, it goes Andy Reid, it goes Mike Tomlin, and you can throw Campbell in the third spot. I don't know too many other coaches that are ahead of him.
Like overall?
Not like in the NFL currently on their current teams.
I mean, if I had to pick coaches to have on my team, to coach my team, replace Zach Taylor, I'd take McVay. I'd take LaFleur.
Sure.
I'd take Shanahan.
Disagree. Okay.
I'd take O'Connell.
You're taking all these guys ahead of Dan Campbell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Dan Campbell. I think he's a beast. I think he's fun to watch. I think he gets the boys hyped. I think he believes in the team. I think he loves his team. And I think that's awesome. But these other guys, they're geniuses when it comes to football. When it comes to design, scheme, and play, they're geniuses.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the Lions will figure it out, and I think they will be back in the playoffs with 1,000 times more ammunition and 1,000 times more want to win.
I think they're back in the playoffs. I don't think they fall off. Like, I don't think they win 7 games. I think they go 10-7 next year.
And where do you have them going in the playoffs?
Wild card.
That's it?
Oh, like in the playoffs? I mean, that's depending on how good that team performs. I mean, I don't know who's gonna win in the playoffs.
Obviously, I just your projection.
My projection would still have them in playoffs. It'd be wild card.
So if we go to a Super Bowl and lose,
yeah,
who do you think's the better head coach?
Out of McDermott and
Campbell.
I mean, it's depending how you want to look at better head coach. Because
who do you want as the Bengals head coach?
I'd probably take McDermott. And it has nothing to do with. I like Dan Campbell as a coach, as a let's get this shit done, let's rebuild and get this shit done. He's sick.
Yeah.
But I want someone who's thinking about plays. I want someone design. I want an offensive coach. I don't really want McDermott either.
Well, you guys just hired a new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, from Notre Dame. He actually used to be our linebacker coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, Golden.
Jags decided to fire their GM.
Yeah, that's big.
Crazy.
I mean,
Uh,
they paid our boy a little too much money.
Yeah. Aaron Glenn to the Jets. What do you think about that?
I think that's genius. I honestly I don't think there's a better signing for the Jets to get.
Do
That
you
defense under Saleh was a top 5 defense, and he is a great defensive mind. They just got a better defensive mind. I wouldn't be surprised if that's another top 5 defense again.
Let me ask you a question. The Lions signed Robert Saleh to be their defensive coordinator next year.
Yeah, I think that's huge.
Okay. Sorry I got off track
That,
there.
that didn't happen, right? That's a
No,
hypothetical.
no.
Oh,
Didn't
okay.
happen,
But
just
I think that
hypothetical.
would be massive for the Lions.
I think that's the best signing they could go make.
That's
Even-
that's who I wanted as their DC.
That's who I think you guys should. I mean, you guys need a complete. You guys are a different story. We can talk about all this stuff in the off season. I
Yeah,
say we
yeah.
keep it light because
We're gonna need some filler eventually.
we are in impending doom, my friend. But yeah, great hire by the Jets. Fuck the Jets.
McDaniels went back to the Patriots as their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I like that signing.
Yeah. Kevin O'Connell got the extension he deserved.
Yeah, I saw that one coming. A little bit
Yeah.
late, but
Yeah. But I mean, that was an obvious extension.
yeah.
What else we got? Are we done with coaches?
I got nothing else. I'm willing to leave it till the offseason. I do want to make a prediction. Jerry Jones signs the next Dallas head coach during the lead up to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I can see that. I think if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm begging Deion Sanders to be my head coach.
They're not going to get his kid, though.
It doesn't matter. I'm begging him to be our coach. That would honestly, it would turn that franchise around because Deion Sanders would not have Jerry Jones bullshit in his ear. He'd be like, brother, you picked me. Let me build this team.
Jerry Jones wants, he wants cock in his ear, though.
Yeah, I know.
Let alone he was at that rally. He doesn't want the color of your hat in his ear.
It's crazy work.
Sorry. Just joking.
Just joking. Just joking.
I got nothing else on coaches. I mean, I don't see Dallas making that crazy of the move. I think Dallas would go with another yes man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Do you want to wrap it up with balls online then?
Yeah, let's run it. Balls on the line.
Let's
We've been we've been bad with this. That's my doing. That's not Aiden's. That's mine. Sometime this week, I'll tally it all up.
I can check this last one. You had Rams plus 6.5, and I had the money line. Yours hit.
Uh-huh.
Mine did not, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I took Detroit. That didn't hit. You took KC. That hit. I took Puka anytime. Did not hit. And I believe you took Cook anytime. And holy shit, was I pissed off because that didn't hit. I had so much money riding on Cook anytime, bro.
I had so much money riding on Amon-Ra anytime. I lost $700 this week. Not personally money, but money I would have gained
Winnings
from Amon-Ra anytime.
I needed Cook anytime for I think like $300. And you guys got down to the 3-yard line 3 times. Allen got 2 of them, and freaking Ray Davis got 1 of them. After Cook did all the work.
Yeah,
Cook
I know.
did all the
know.
work, and they gave it to Ray Davis. I was so pissed.
Shout out my boy Ray Davis, Rookie of the Year. I love Ray Davis. He's gonna be fun to watch. We can get into all the rookie when did the awards come out?
The week before the Super Bowl.
Okay. I'm gonna be disappointed, but
Alrighty.
balls on the line. I don't know
Balls
who's
on the line.
Did I start last time?
No, I think I did.
Okay, so you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, give me. I hate that I'm about to do this. Fuck. Xavier Worthy anytime.
All right. Worthy anytime. I will take Washington plus 6.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the over-under on that game?
The over-under is 47.5.
And what's it on the Bills, KC?
Bills KC is also 47.5.
Give me the over on the Bills Chiefs game.
All right. I will take. Well, actually, let me just make sure this is the line. But I will take Travis Kelce over 67.5 yards.
I thought you were going to say anytime. I would have agreed. I mean, I could always take Saquon anytime, but I won't do that to you. I kind of want to take another tutty. Ooh, I got a juicy one. Give me. Can I take Philadelphia to intercept one, like Jaden Daniels, one interception?
If that's his, I think that's got to be his line is 1 because he does not turn the ball over like that.
Kind of like that against Philly. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up FanDuel here. I'm going over the
Yeah.
score. Yeah?
Yeah. JD 1 pick plus 1 INT. I actually kind of like that pick too.
Yeah, I just like Philly's corners are good, man.
Fudge. I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna take Saquon over his rushing. Do you want to guess his line?
108.
125. Is
I
that
was
not
shooting for the
insane?
moon.
I've never seen a line that high.
That's crazy.
And I'm taking the over. That's how good Barkley is, bro.
Yeah. Did you pick your Manning yet?
Oh yeah, I did.
Who'd you pick?
I took Peyton.
Wow.
Noah took Eli, so I was like, I'll just go
I
the
took
opposite.
Eli.
I wonder how much the million's gonna be. It's gonna be like 80 cents.
Eli always hits, bro. Eli always hits. He wins all the Pro Bowls. I don't know. What question for you? What's your thoughts on my Allen regular season MVP, Dan Campbell Coach of the Year?
I think Allen's gonna win MVP. I mean, the coach of the it's gotta be between him and O'Connell. I don't know who's favorited anymore.
If that pick wins, I'm willing to drop some money on this podcast. What should we take the winnings of that and do? I'll put a quarter of it away for a mutual bet if it hits.
What do you mean? Oh,
So $250 of that, $1,000, I'm willing to make. We'll make an educated guess on something on a future bet.
we could I mean, we should probably wait till the offseason's over, but we could do a future on either like division winners or something like that.
I like that.
It's not bad.
Are you gonna take the Bengals to win their division though?
It's depending what we do. It's depending how the draft looks. It's gonna be us or Baltimore.
I'd agree.
So it's depending on how the draft looks. Right now, I would not, obviously.
Or we could just throw it on whatever team goes to the Stanley Cup Finals and the NBA Finals.
You're right. I take it back. I'd put it on Leafs Stanley Cup right now at plus 1,300. How do I know? Because I did it today.
I already placed it. I already placed one on that. But like when both teams will be in the finals, at the same time
Yeah.
for both leagues. So if the bet hits, only if it hits, let's take 250 of it and let's go with whatever team. So we'll go one team from the NHL, whoever's in the NHL finals, and one
Yeah.
team that's in the NBA finals, and we parlay it together and then bet the 250.
I'm down. Let's make it I'll throw 100 in there. We'll make it 350.
350. I
All right.
like that. Skin of the game. Bet
Yeah.
has to hit.
Yeah. Bet has to hit.
Also, we need a punishment for balls on the line.
Yeah, we do.
What did we talked about something last week?
Loser has to buy. Oh, actually, that's not going to work if the Bills win the Super Bowl. I was going to say loser has to buy the Super Bowl banner for their background, but the Bills are still in it.
Okay, loser has to buy tickets for the grudge match next year.
The grudge match?
We play you guys.
Do we?
Yeah, I believe so. Our divisions play together. Let me see. Bills Instagram. It's going to be a while because we won so many games in the playoffs. Sorry. I saw it. Well, if tickets are outrageous, obviously we'll find something else, but I feel like it'd be more fun if it was for the viewers, though. That might not be good. Yeah, we play you guys at home.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like, if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl and one of us has to hang up a Chiefs banner in the back for the year,
Oh my god, I'd kill
that'd
myself.
be awful.
I love your notepad.
Oh, thank you. Oh, all right. Are we done?
Yeah, I got nothing else. I mean, Josh Allen, please, I beg of you, please.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
I'm praying for you.
I hope we just do it. Anyways, this has been the Huddle Podcast. Like and subscribe.
Yes.
We'll
Check
see
out
you
the
next
clips.
week. We'll try
Peace.
not to upload this on Saturday.
Yes.
Might happen.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Adios.